ideology and more than politics. So I have to say, as a pro-life Democrat, though, I am super proud that my friend and my fellow pro-life Democrat, Katrina Jackson, wrote this legislation. She is a woman of such high integrity, high values, and she just will never, ever change her position on this like so many Democrats do. So I just give her so much credit for standing up for all of us on this. And also, I'm super proud that the pro-life Democratic governor signed this bill into law. So, yes, they are not just representing me, they're representing 7 in 10 Americans who support reasonable regulation of abortion. So join me in praying that the common sense law is heard clearly by the Supreme Court and then the rest of the nation. Common sense health and safety regulation on abortion should be the law of the land, not only in Louisiana. So thank you, and let's pray for a good outcome.
All right, guys, our side has come out of the court, so I want to hear you say, "Hi, Senator Jackson."
Hi, Senator Jackson.
Woo! I'm going to introduce you to my friend Terrisa Bukovinac. She's with Secular Pro-Life. She's going to lead us in a couple chants so that they can hear from you. Come on up, Terrisa.
I have some words first.
Go for it.
Is that okay? Hey, everybody! Kevin Work is a disgraced doctor who's had multiple run-ins with medical regulators. His license was suspended 4 times. Eventually, his license was reinstated with strict limits. The only type of medicine he was allowed to practice was wound care. Where does a quack like that go to find a job and an employer who will quickly look the other way? Where else but 2 abortion centers in Louisiana? If he had been screened by a hospital for admitting privileges, the problem could have been uncovered immediately. Instead, it fell to pro-life advocates on the ground to investigate who he was and to lobby state authorities to intervene. Who knows how many patients he put at risk in the meantime? We have seen it over and over again. The abortion industry cannot police itself. Every time they try, they put profits first and women last. As an atheist, I am proud to support this pro-science law, which upholds abortion to the same high standards as other medical procedures. As a Democrat, a proud Democrat, I am proud to support this bipartisan law that represents the opinions of the 21 million pro-life Democrats voting in America today and the 72% of Democrats who want to see abortion more restricted than it is today. And this bill is championed by one of my personal heroes, Democrat Katrina Jackson of Louisiana. And this is signed into law by pro-life Democratic Governor John Bel Edwards. And as a feminist, I am proud to support this obviously pro-woman bill. Honorable justices of the Supreme Court, do the right thing and uphold the Louisiana law. When I say pro-woman, you say pro-life. Pro-woman! Pro-woman! When I say protect women, you say protect life. Protect women! Protect women! When I say abortion hurts women, you say women deserve better. Abortion hurts women.
Women deserve better.
Abortion hurts women.
Women deserve better.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Deadbeat doctors got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, deadbeat doctors got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Deadbeat Thank you, everybody. Pro-life.
Awesome job, guys. We're so close to hearing from Jackson, Benjamin Watson, and so many others. But first, I want you to hear from my friend and hard worker, Patrina Mosley at Family Research Council. She's the Director of Culture, Life, and Women's Advocacy. Welcome, Patrina. Come on up.
Thank you, Allison. It's so funny that when you are in the pro-life movement fighting for other people's families, you become family. I love that. Now, part of the justification for legal abortion was that if abortion was legal, it would avoid the dangers of back alley abortions, where women were hemorrhaging, having infections, and even dying. But as we've seen with legal abortion, we've had abortion clinics doing exactly that, having women hemorrhaging, contracting severe infections, and dying. The mantra used to be, we want abortion to be safe, legal, and rare. You notice some of these signs out here just only say safe and accessible. Not rare anymore. And the question becomes, is it safe? The answer is no. When you're hemorrhaging, contracting infections, and dying, this is not a safe procedure. Now, this bill in Louisiana, Act 620, it's not about abortion. But because of abortion, this bill is necessary to protect women because they have been hemorrhaging, contracting infections, having life-altering complications because of incompetent doctors and because the abortion industry continues to put profits over their patients. Now, this is an industry that has aggressively marketed itself as healthcare. But you would think that they would not want to be discriminated against as any other healthcare facility that would have to have hospital admitting privileges. But for some reason, that's the case. And it begs to differ that they only care about some women, not the women that they're seeing coming for abortions. Women seeking abortions are not any less worthy than any other women coming in to receive competent and quality care. What we need to do is tell the abortion industry to stop discriminating against these women. And the truth be told, we know who these women are. African American women, overwhelmingly. Tell the abortion industry to protect women, stop putting profits over their patients, and that these women are not any less worthy to competent and quality care than women who are not seeking abortion. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys, it's the moment that we have been waiting for. We are joined by the very people that were inside the court fighting for you and fighting for women. While they're here, I just want you to acknowledge that these people have flown in from Louisiana and worked so hard, tirelessly. The first person I'm going to introduce you to is Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks. Come on up.
Thank you so much. Thank you. What a great day it is today. I can tell you it's wonderful to be joined by so many people that appreciate life. We have heard so many stories from people, from women who have had abortions, who have had procedures. And you know what? We've understood and heeded your call. At the end of the day, when you protect health care, you protect life. And I can tell you, I can't thank you again. Again, I want to thank Representative Katrina Jackson, who is now a senator, for bringing this bill on. We showed them today that, guess what? In Louisiana, we stand by the fundamental principles that God has taught us. And that is a respect for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And you can have no liberty without life. You can have no happiness without life. And today, Louisiana has stamped itself in this country and on this court that says that we stand with you. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Next, we're going to hear from Representative Mike Johnson of the great state of Louisiana. Come on up.
So good to have you all here. Welcome to the Hill. This was a big day for Louisiana. It was a big day for the sanctity of every human life, and it was a big day for common sense health and safety regulations. What happened inside was we heard from a very engaged court. 7 of the 9 justices asked thoughtful questions. I think I'm very optimistic about it. I'm holding in my hand here an amicus brief that was filed. We filed this on behalf of 207 members of the United States Congress, bipartisan, bicameral, because they understand that what Louisiana did here was an effort to protect women. We have a long record, as you all know, in Louisiana, of blatant violations of health and safety regulations of the abortion industry. This is a necessary law. Its time has come. There was great arguments. I want to thank Liz Merle, who did a fantastic job for the state of Louisiana. How about a round of applause for Liz? She was the perfect person to argue this case. Katrina Jackson was the perfect person to shepherd it through the process in the legislature. And Jeff Landry was great leadership in having us here and doing all this. I'd like to bring up, if I can, Tony Perkins. He's the president of the Family Research Council, used to be a legislator in Louisiana, one of the leaders here on Capitol Hill, to say a word or two.
Thanks, Mike. And I want to thank Liz and the Attorney General for arguing this case and Katrina for authoring it. Mike and I, working 21 years ago, put the first law in place regulating abortion clinics. And here's the point. Abortion clinics and abortionists shouldn't be treated any different than anybody else. This is an issue of women's health, of treating the abortion industry just like every other industry when it comes to the health of women. Why do they want to pass on women's health? I'll tell you why. It's about profit. It's not about the patients. And Louisiana continues to drive that message, and we're grateful that this case came before the Supreme Court, and we're prayerful that women, not only in Louisiana, but as a result of the outcome of this case, will be afforded protections all around this country.
Awesome. All right, one more time. Protect women, protect life. Go ahead. Protect women, protect life. Protect women, protect life. Awesome. The next person on our amazing list of speakers flew here today for this and has been working so hard to protect women and protect life. Benjamin Watson is a New England Patriot, author, father, and former New Orleans Saint. Come on up, Benjamin Watson. Thank you.
Hey. Good afternoon almost. I know y'all hungry. I am. Hey, I'm here simply as someone who cares about life, someone who cares about women, someone who cares about children. I'm the father of 7, yes, seven children. But a lot of times people say, why is this important to you? And simply because I'm a citizen of this country, and like I said before, I care about the vulnerable. I believe that to be pro-life is about having a whole life ethic. It's not simply about the children before they're born. It's about people that stand on the other side. It's about people who don't agree with us. It's about people we may never meet. It's about people at all stages of life. The most powerful thing that we all can do is to love others and respect others. And we do not engage in these sorts of things simply to win. We engage because we care about people's hearts. So my challenge is to engage with people that don't think like us, to engage from a platform of respect and honor, to engage, to always stand true to truth and to righteousness and to all those things, but to be willing to hear someone else's story. You'll be surprised how many people walking around are hurting. People are hurting and people want to hear truth. People want to know somebody cares about them. So my encouragement to you all is to stay fighting. There's a verse in scripture that says, be not weary in well-doing, because at the appointed time you'll reap a harvest if you do not give up. Do not give up. If what you're doing is right and what you're doing is true, you will then reap a harvest. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Benjamin. Much taller than me. I'm going to introduce someone else who's tall like me. Senator Regina Barrow out of Louisiana, here to defend and protect women. Thank you so much. Welcome, Regina Barrow.
Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning. I am honored to be here, and I'm proud to be a pro-life Democrat. I am proud to have co-authored that bill with my friend and colleague, Senator Jackson. We are turning the tide, guys. So we are turning the tide. it is high time that women not be treated as second-class citizens. And so I just say that I'm happy to be here. I'm glad to be a part of history where this will turn the tide as it relates to the importance of the life of women and the unborn. God bless you, and thank you so much for being out here today. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Attorney Landry, and thank you, Liz.
The next woman I'm introducing you to is someone you have all become familiar with because of this case. She is a hero for so many, and I'm honored that we get to have her here today. Senator Katrina Jackson, Louisiana State Senate. Thank you.
Listen, I thank God that Louisiana has led the forefront of putting women first. For so long, this nation put the abortion industry before the health and safety of the women. And as a woman in the legislature, I knew it was incumbent upon myself when Dorinda Borley, who is somewhere around here, and Ben Clapper, who's behind me with the Right to Life, came to me and said, do you know that in Louisiana, we have higher standards for everyone else, but we lower the standards for treating women in abortion clinics? I knew then that Louisiana had to step up and legislate in an area that told women that we will no longer be quiet about your health care. We would, you understand? We would no longer be quiet because we love the child and we love the woman. And Louisiana is all about love. Even when someone doesn't agree with us, we seek to protect them in their decisions. We seek to hold others accountable. And especially when a billion-dollar industry makes money off of that woman's decision, they should be held accountable just as other doctors who treat us for other things. For far too long in this country, we've remained silent on that industry, and we've been scared to put regulations on them, but not in Louisiana. Not in Louisiana. If you accept our money, if you accept that woman's money, you should be qualified, and you should do whatever it takes to ensure the best outcome for her. And that's what this case is about, ensuring the best outcome for that woman. And if you're truly a medical doctor who truly seeks to treat someone, you should treat them to the best ability and knowledge that you have, and you shouldn't hide behind an industry in doing so. So in Louisiana, today, even at the U.S. Supreme Court, I thank God for Attorney General Landry, for Liz, for all the advocates, for Ben Watson, for those who stand with women, not just women who are pro-life, but Louisiana stands with all women to make sure they're treated to the best of that physician's knowledge and that ability. And that's what this is about. We say we're about love. We're about love even when you don't choose what we choose. We're about protecting women even when they may differ from us. And so for too long we saw other states and this nation not putting aside their political differences when it came to legislating in the area of health care. Well, Louisiana and others are standing up, and we're making sure that the laws that protect others who seek health care also protect those who seek abortions. That's just the bottom line. If you're loving someone, you're loving them through every decision they make. And when it's in your ability as a legislature, as an attorney general, as an attorney, as an advocate, I believe when it's in your ability to pass laws and regulations that help protect women, period, you must stand up and do so. And you must be the voice for those who don't agree with you when it counts. And what counts is a woman's ability to walk away from that clinic unharmed and without making an impact on her life, a negative impact. We have women in Louisiana like Cindy Collins that'll talk to you and tell you that when she left the clinic, she was hemorrhaging. No one took care of her. We had other women that come to health and welfare year after year to talk about how they made the choice and they regret it. One of the reasons they regretted it, because the physician didn't do anything when they had a complication. And because of he or she not doing anything, it made them not able to have kids for the rest of their lives. This one decision should not impact the rest of your life, nor should this one decision be put in the hands of physicians who are not willing to be held accountable and who are not willing to do what it takes to make sure you are safe, and that in the time of a complication that they can do what's necessary to make sure that that complication is taken care of. That is the bottom line. If you are going to perform abortions in Louisiana, you're going to take care of the health and safety of our women, because they give you their money and they trust you as a physician to give them the best care. And so since the industry couldn't do that, Louisiana expanded its law to include them on people we already protect. Omitting privileges is nothing new in Louisiana. It's been the law since probably before I was born. But for some reason, someone decided to exclude abortion clinics from the best care possible. We as women will no longer do that. We will hold them accountable as we hold other physicians in Louisiana accountable. And we will protect the women that walk in and out of their clinics. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Senator Dobson. It's an honor. Aren't you guys all inspired this morning? Are we the best, brightest, smartest people here? So proud of you all. I'm going to introduce a couple more people to wrap us up today so we can head out to lunch and keep up with fighting and prayers for the win inside. But first, before I invite, so if Alex, Janae, James, Kat, and Mary can come join me, I want to hear you say, I believe that we will win. Because what they did in there was argued both sides. And I believe that we will win. Let's say it 3 times. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Awesome. So Janae Stracke from Heritage Foundation, are you here? Great. I'm going to ask everyone to say just a few quick words in wrapping up this morning's beautiful event. Janae, come on up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Janae Stracke with Heritage Action for America. I'm honored to be here to speak after all these incredible other speakers. And this is so important, you guys. When I walked up today, I was reminded so quickly that this is not women against the abortion industry. This is good versus evil. That's what it is. And they've said, I saw a sign over there that actually said, access equals safety. They want to say, we don't want to go back to back alley abortions. That's unsafe. But I'm saying, what is the difference between being in their brick and mortar building with no admitting privileges, with no safety regulations, and being in a back alley? Because you can take an Uber to the ER from a back alley just as you can take an Uber to the ER from their abortion clinic. If they are not going to have standards, women should not be allowed to go there. It is unsafe. And that we have allowed the abortion industry, women over there are being lied to, and they're allowing the abortion industry to lower the standard, to lower the bar, that they're going to say access equals safety. It does not. And we're here today to say, abortion industry, we are raising the bar. We will no longer let you say we don't matter and that our safety and health doesn't matter. We're going to hold you accountable, and that's what happened in this court today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janae. Great points. The next person I'm going to introduce you to is Alex Seghers. She's the Director of Education at Louisiana Right to Life. Let's hear it for another Louisiana local.
My name is Alex Seghers. I'm with Louisiana Right to Life, and I have something to say as a Louisiana woman. Today we are shedding a blinding spotlight over all of their attempts to keep in the dark these abusive health violations, their dangerous for-profit motive, and these brave Louisiana women's stories. This law, the Unsafe Abortion Protection Act, Act 620, was written by women in our very own Louisiana Right to Life office for women and has been defended by women in the court. Because you know what? Empowered women empower women. To June Medical Services and all of you abortion facilities in my state's backyard, this is not about closing you. This is about expecting the decency that what you claim to be women's health to be upheld by a lick of basic health standards. Thank you so much to our Louisiana Attorney General's team. Thank you to our Louisiana representatives and senators, Democrat and Republican, men and women, for together stating that those women, especially in such a critical moment, should receive the best possible care we legally provide. So for Louisiana Right to Life, we look forward to the day that all unborn babies will be protected by law and welcomed with love. And abortion advocates, while you're keeping abortion legal, we are also fighting for the day that your bloody profits are not gained through the danger and demise of the women walking into your doors. Until that day comes, you are too incompetent. You are too unsafe. You need to step aside. You do not deserve to speak on behalf of Louisiana women. It's 2020. Women can speak for ourselves. Thank you.
I'm going to need to take a trip to Louisiana and drink whatever water they're drinking. I love it. The next person I'm introducing you to is an amazing man who speaks up for life. His name is James Gottry. He's the Vice President of Public Policy at the Dr. James Dobson Family Institute. Welcome, James.
Good afternoon. I love seeing this diverse crowd here, but all of us have something in common. We're all here because we care about women. And we're all here because we believe that every life matters. And we're here because today, unfortunately, it takes a Supreme Court case to determine whether women deserve the most basic health and safety protections. So let me ask you a question. Should women's health and safety be up for debate? No! It's not a difficult question, which got me thinking, why would anyone oppose a law that protects women's health? And here's the answer. Lean in. It's not just anyone opposing the law. It's abortion clinics and it's abortion doctors. Healthcare isn't their concern. Abortion is. Here's another question. Do you think abortion doctors have women's best interests in mind? No! Do you know who's unquestionably qualified to speak for women? Women. Yes. And we've heard from many strong women today who are standing up for themselves and who are standing up against the abortion giants. But do you know who else has a duty to speak up? Men that care about women. We all have mothers, many of us have wives and daughters, and we should all be speaking up in support of these women and in support of the most fundamental protections for women's health. Funny thing is, abortion groups don't believe I should be on the podium today. They don't believe any issue you should be on the podium today, but they believe abortion is a women's issue, and they say men need to shut up and sit down. But this matters to all of us. Women are being hurt by the abortion industry, men are being hurt by the abortion industry, and the world is being hurt by the abortion industry. And as men, as husbands, as fathers, as women, as wives, as mothers, as fellow human beings, we need to speak up and remind the world that every life matters. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Talalas, Assistant Director for Pro-Life Communications for the Pro-Life Secretariat of Pro-Life Activities at the USCCB. Please join us. Thank you.
There we go. Women, their bodies, and their babies are immeasurably valuable. The violent act of abortion not only destroys the lives of unborn children, but often severely harms women's mental, emotional, and physical health. Louisiana is right to prioritize women over abortion industry profits, and all states, not only Louisiana, have an interest in regulating this life-altering procedure. It adds insult to injury and speaks to the callousness of the abortion industry. The providers are seeking to overturn basic standard protections for women who are seeking it. The church encourages all people of faith to pray about the outcome of this very important case, and especially to pray for women who are compelled to seek abortion. They may find alternatives that truly value their health and the well-being of their children too. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm going to introduce to you Mary Ford, Director of Life Issues at the Archdiocese of Washington. Join us, Mary.
What a beautiful day to be here standing with women in Louisiana. I am proud to be here on behalf of the Archdiocese of Washington. I want everyone to take a minute to pray. Pray for those women who are walking into abortion clinics right now. Like every other woman about to go into surgery, those women are scared. Sadly, there is disagreement in this country over abortion, but it is difficult to imagine that there is disagreement over whether that woman's life should be at risk. It's difficult to imagine that there's disagreement over holding abortion doctors to the same standards as every other doctor who performs outpatient surgery. It's difficult to imagine that there's disagreement over putting women's lives before profits. We cannot continue to allow the abortion industry to profit by endangering women. Not in Louisiana, not in DC, not anywhere. We must replace fear with love and compassion, because love always wins, and love will win in Louisiana.
Awesome. Guys, what a beautiful day to fight for life, fight for women to join together. What beautiful weather we've been given. Today is a day that will make history because the Supreme Court, these justices got to hear both sides of an abortion argument. One side that truly cares for women and the other side that is willing to always put women underneath profits. We should continue to advocate, pray, and work to make sure that they hear that from everyone that they interact with. When you go home today, when people ask you, what were you doing at the Supreme Court? You let them know that this was a case that pro-lifers and pro-abortion people could work together on and should work together on. This is a case that conservatives and Democrats should, can, and are working together on. Use this as an opportunity to bring them in and explain to them just how good the heart of the pro-life movement is. You've heard it here today, us acknowledging that a life is always lost in an abortion. We know that. We just want to make sure it's not the woman's as well, right? I'm proud of you all. Thank you for the sacrifice of being here today. We will make history. I pray that you look back and you are 85 years old and you say, look, I was there that day, and we changed the law, we saved lives, and we protected women. So let's give it one more chant for the women of Louisiana, the amazing attorneys that fought for them. Pro-life is pro-woman. Pro-life is pro-woman. Pro-life is pro-woman. Pro-life is pro-woman. Wonderful. Now, please, as we wrap up our day, take everything with you. Pro-life is also pro-clean up after yourselves. So take your signs, head on out. We are so thankful again for your support and continued efforts. Let's keep it going. Thanks, guys. And I think they're wrapping up too, so that's the time. God protect you.